everybody. How are you tonight? Great to have you here on a Sunday evening. I'm Colleen Lopez. We have Andrew Lessman in the house for the final 2 hours of a very special day where we are featuring his Maximum Essential Omega-3 as our today's special. And we only get to do this one time a year. Today, it has literally been on fire. It is the biggest, greatest value. In fact, we offer the largest size that we ever make available, a 750 cap. And we'll have to be doing some double checking here to see what's left in all of these sizes, because right now I'll show you, we have all the choices. So if you have not had the chance, I know Sunday night we get lots of first time customers because Sunday's a busy day for a lot of people. So if you're just seeing this for the first time, we welcome you to join us. I'd love to encourage you to order this product. It's such an amazing product. There's so much to talk about. Andrew and I were saying there's never even enough time to tell you everything that we could possibly share about a product that is so comprehensive and so beneficial to your good health in so many ways. And by the way, there's another today's special also we'll be talking about a little bit later on in the show. So we'll keep that information right here at the bottom of the screen. So be on the lookout for that, the vitamin K2. But right now, I want you to see the choices for our Omega-3. It's a 30, a 90, a 180, a 360, or a 750. The vast majority of people today have ordered the 750 because if you will notice, and by the way, at midnight, this goes away. So this is your last chance. It's your final show, $139.90. Normally, the 360 is $159. So we are more than doubling the amount for $20 less, and your savings is almost $200. So that's why I think the majority of us are stocking up here, because why not? I take 2 a day, that's a full year supply. It's 19 cents a day. 19 cents a day if you order the largest size.
And that 19 cents, you're getting more than the typical capsule that's twice the size that you might buy in a retail store. I was just looking at scanning online, looking at products that I would consider not particularly good products because of the form of omega-3s, because of the balance of omega-3s. They're mostly EPA and not DHA. And you're looking at products that cost as much or more than this product, and just absolutely, objectively inferior products. Especially this product will not cause any stomach upset. It's a tiny capsule, so it's easy to swallow given the concentration of our omega-3s. So if you've ever taken an omega-3 product and had less than an ideal experience, which is pretty much everyone, then this is a product that will only give you an ideal experience. And as I often say, you don't have to take my word for it. You have thousands of reviews to avail yourself of. It's not a few reviews, it's thousands of reviews. And about 80% of the reviews of an omega-3 product, actually a little bit more, are 5-star reviews. Over 90%, close to 95% are positive reviews. So it's a product that I think the reason why there's so many reviews and they're so positive is I think we expect an omega-3 product to be a miserable experience. It's fish oil. And unless you figure out a way to deliver fish oil in a fashion that's respectful, it is going to be unpleasant. We figured out not only how to respect the science, so you get the forms you need, the levels you need in a dosage form, a capsule that will be easy to swallow and won't upset your stomach or cause nausea, no fishy aftertaste, but also to do it in a way that scientifically is consistent with the research. So we please you in terms of experience, and we follow the science, because what good, again, what good is any kind of a supplement if it doesn't follow the science? The science is the reason it exists. And what good is any kind of a supplement if it's unpleasant? Because no matter how good the science is, you'll stop taking it if it's unpleasant. So we follow both of those as the standards that we have to meet. And if we don't succeed, then we will not create a product.
That's it. I mean, that's the bottom line. When you hear, if you're going to spend your hard-earned money on an omega-3 product, this is the omega-3 product you want to be taking, and you will see the difference. There's no contest between what else is out there in the world of an omega-3 product and the product that Andrew Lessman manufactures. And you'll learn more about that. But the fact that there are 4 different types of the essential omega-3s in this product, and the proper amounts, including DHA, which is the most important of all of these ingredients, and you'll learn more about that. But the point that we're making is this is the one that's going to get you the benefits. When you read about the heart health and you hear about the heart health when you take omega-3s, and the brain health and the health for your eyes and all the incredible even beauty benefits you get from taking omega-3, you need to be taking the right product. And we promise you there is 0 fishy aftertaste. These will not upset your stomach. This is the greatest value we offer on this product. It's one of Andrew's absolute best sellers. As he said, almost 95% of his reviews are positive, and that is on a fish oil product, which you would just expect that a lot of people are going to be disappointed, because just the idea of taking fish oil is not something that's very pleasant for most of us, because in the past, a lot of us have had a negative experience. That's not going to happen. You will be absolutely blown away by how lovely this is to take, and truly, it's all about the benefits. It's a notice the difference, feel the difference product when you take it, and the best part is that if you call us or log on to hsn.com today, you get our best buy. You can do one little flex pay. I think you're around $27. I think Stephen told me that close to 29,000 of that clicker are this big size right here.
Roughly almost three quarters.
Wow,
almost
amazing.
3/4 are the largest size. And again, it makes the most comprehensive, highest quality omega-3 product in the world affordable. If you go back a few years, even as affordable as our omega-3s were, it was double the cost it is today. So like so many of my products, we continue to succeed in making them better quality, higher potency, and more affordable. Plus, it's an attractive product. When you don't put additives in or things like that, it looks like liquid gold. So you get to appreciate how attractive the product is, especially relative to other products. We have capsules from some other brands here. And all of these other brands, these capsules are roughly 1,000 to 1,200 to 1,300 milligrams. My capsule is just a little bit more than half the size of their capsule. You probably think, okay, our capsule's significantly smaller. It has significantly less omega-3s. This capsule here has roughly 50%, in some cases, almost double the omega-3s of all of those larger capsules. So just because it's smaller doesn't mean it's not packing more of a powerful benefit. And just because it's packing more of a powerful benefit doesn't mean that it isn't milder, gentler, easier on the stomach. And not just easier on the stomach, completely easy on the stomach. You can take these on an empty stomach without issue at all. And because it's so high potency, typically 1 capsule per day. Unless your doctor recommends 2, it's just 1 capsule a day. So that's 750 capsule supply. If that's just for you, it's more than 2 years. If you're sharing it with someone, it will last until next year's Today Special, which, by the way, there will not be a price close to as good as this until 2019. And roughly, I think for the last 20 years, we've done our Today Special for our essential omega-3 product every year in April for about 20 years. So that's pretty reliable. So you can know in about a year. Once again, we ramp up because we ramp up production, we ramp up purchasing of all the raw materials. It's all of that production efficiency that enables us to do this once a year.
Exactly.
But I was going to read some charts quickly.
Let's do it.
I have some great charts here. We've gone through a lot of the science, and the science is fun. We've gone through science that talked about dry eye, that talked about vision, because DHA, the most important omega-3 in our product, well, the most important omega-3 in every product, but unfortunately, it's the secondary omega-3 in the typical omega-3 product. Ours, because it is the most important one scientifically, biochemically, it's the #1 ingredient in our product. But we've talked about the brain, we've talked about the eye, we've talked about cardiovascular health, we've talked about vascular health. So, and we've talked about hair, skin, and nails and how important omega-3s are to the appearance of those tissues. And I'll get to some other benefits we have here in terms of mental and, say, emotional function in a moment. But first, just some general charts that over 15,500 papers have been published on the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, including more than 2,600 meta-analyses and systematic reviews. That lets you know that they have been the subject of intense scientific research because they are an essential component in our diet. We cannot manufacture them. Our body must have them. The brain is 2/3 by weight omega-3s. That's DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. More than 1,850 human clinical trials have been published on the benefits of consuming omega-3 fatty acids. This is not something that I'm making up. This is a product I make because the science has underscored, has emphasized its importance. So our omega-3s, our approach, if you're not getting mine, you should get someone's. but ours are unique in that they have no fishy aftertaste, no fishy repeat, no stomach upset whatsoever. We've been testing ours for 30 years for no mercury, no lead, no heavy metals, no PCBs or dioxins, no contaminants, no enormous capsules to swallow. Our fish oils are environmentally harvested because we respect the environment. Our product has no carbon footprint because we make them using solar energy. So there's no product in the world that's made like our Omega-3s.
Peace of mind when you take this product.
Peace of mind that you're getting what you need and you're not doing anything harmful when you do it. Omega-3s just in general, as I said before, they cannot be made by the body. They only come from diet or supplements. Without adequate omega-3 intake, deficiency or insufficiency occurs. And when you think about deficiency or insufficiency, you're basically defining the American diet for 90+% of us, unfortunately. And if you consider that omega-3s make up the principal component in our brain, in the critical tissues of our eyes, it's a very frightening prospect the way we eat as Americans.
Yeah.
Best results are only achieved when consumed daily.
So the only way to get it is to take it as a supplement or eat
Cold water fish.
That's it.
Cold water fish. Unfortunately, the omega-3s present in vegetable sources, alpha-linolenic acid. Alpha-linolenic acid can be converted in the body to EPA and DHA, but not efficiently. Unfortunately, the science is clear that the best benefits in terms of EPA and DHA are achieved by delivering DHA with EPA, delivering mostly DHA, secondarily EPA, which is what we do. If you look at 99% of the products in stores, it's mostly EPA with DHA. It's much more expensive, but it follows nature to make it the way we make it. And that's the proper way to deliver it based upon the science. And also, if you look at the science or if you simply look at the composition of fish, the healthiest of fish and the healthiest of diets are about 60% DHA, 40% EPA. Supplements are the other way around. We follow the blueprint of fish, and that's why our products are principally DHA, secondarily EPA. But just another chart here, just the numbers we tend to look at. There's two supplements I make that this chart can apply to, that there's research and science that talks about their influence, and omega-3s particularly on triglycerides, but that talk about the influence that omega-3s and say CoQ10 can have on these four critical numbers in terms of our health and well-being: triglycerides, blood pressure, blood cholesterol, and blood sugar levels. So again, you're doing something that beyond all of the structural roles that omega-3s play in your brain, in your myocardium. DHA is the principal fatty acid in your heart. When you look at our eyes, as concentrated as DHA is in your brain, and concentrated, it's more than 60% of the dry weight of our brain. That's more of a contribution than calcium is to the structure of our bones. So as concentrated as DHA is in our brain, it's even more concentrated in the retina of our eye. So the structure and function of our eye, I read research earlier today that talked about healthy aging eyes. If you want to have the best health in terms of your eyes aging, you need to focus on the dietary components that are structural to your eyes, whether it's omega-3 fatty acids, lutein, zeaxanthin, we can't ignore them.
You see there, I mean, when you hear the information, that is the Andrew Lessman difference. I must say, if you are new to Andrew's products, we welcome you. We would love to have you join us. I know we've had a very high new customer count this visit, so we are thrilled about that. So if you have not ever shopped at HSN or if you've not ever tried Andrew's products, this is the best place to start. It's our best value of the day. We do this one time a year. It's one of Andrew's best-selling products of all time. It is an amazing product. I mean, we're just scratching the surface of the health benefits of taking this one beautiful capsule, this golden capsule. We have these on FlexPay for you, which means most people are getting the largest one because that's a year's supply. That's going to last easily a year if you take 2 a day.
Well, and I think most people with this product take 1 a day.
Yeah,
because
I take 2 unless I eat fish that day.
That's what I do, but typically, if you follow the government guidelines, and I've gone through those charts earlier today, whether it's from the Mayo Clinic or for the Harvard Health newsletters, you go through all of them, they're talking about typical person, 500 milligrams of omega-3s, and if you have cardiovascular issues, pre-existing cardiovascular issues, your doctor will probably recommend 1,000 milligrams. What's important to pay attention to, the labeling on typical omega-3 products is very misleading. When you get an omega-3 product, there's generally those big capsules I showed here on the countertop. Those capsules, if you read a label, could be misleading. You'd go, wow, Andrew's product gives us 500 milligrams of omega-3s. But when you read the labels of these other products, it says 1,200, 1,300 milligrams of fish oil omega-3s. It's 1,200 or 1,300 milligrams of fish oil. But in general, it's only about 350 or 360 milligrams of omega-3s. Omega-3s are a constituent in fish oil. So when a label or tells you how much fish oil is in there, it's not telling you how much omega-3. It doesn't matter how much fish oil. In fact, ours, because we use higher quality fish oil, there's a higher concentration of omega-3. That's why our capsule could be so tiny, but deliver 50% to 100% more omega-3 than capsules that are significantly larger. So again, you have to pay attention to the labels.
I'm amazing. When I'm in the health, I've looked for that. I've looked, if you're in the health food store sometime, take a look. You will be amazed. Once you told us that, because a lot of people don't know that. They just figure that fish oil is omega-3. Well,
I used to have the bottles out here where on the front, we'd block out the brand, but on the front of the label, it would say 1,200 or 1,400 milligrams of fish oil omega-3s or omega-3 fish oils. And you're entitled to, as a consumer, I think you're entitled, if it says 1,200 milligrams of omega-3 fish oils,
we should assume
to think that it's 1,200 milligrams of omega-3s. But no, you get to the back of the label and you look at the supplement facts, it'll say fish oil 1,200 milligrams, and then it will probably say omega-3 fats 360 milligrams. Unfortunately, what we focus on is the important number. You're not taking it to get fish oil per se, you're taking it to get the omega-3s that we know are beneficial that are contained in the fish oil. And again, that's why I think the most important thing I do up here, whether you get mine or not, you'll read that label differently next time you go to the store, or when you're shopping online, you'll click on the supplement facts so you see exactly what you're getting. And that's what we always try to do. Is my goal is just to keep everyone informed. And I realize it was quite some time ago that a couple of buyers that I happen to know from the largest retailers out there would say they wanted my schedule of products because they would see there would be a run on whatever product I talked about after I talked about them on air. So I recognize that a lot of what I talk about, no one ever gets my product, but they get the information, and that's the most important thing. And I hope with that information, people make more informed decisions when they go to a store. Because when it comes to omega-3s, we are not getting them from our diet. They are an essential. And essential can seem like a soft adjective, like something, it's important. It's an important thing. It's an essential thing. But scientifically, it means that our body can't make it at all. And if we do not deliver it to our body by diet or by supplementation, we will be deficient. That's simple definition of a more technical reading of the word essential. So we have to remember that. So again, if you don't get mine, and I recognize only a small percentage of the population here gets mine, you need to be focusing on omega-3s either in your diet or from some other company's product, which will not be anything like my product. But as I've said before, even if it isn't a good product, it's better than no product at all.
Absolutely. Let me show you what the choices are. If you're just stopping in, welcome. On a Sunday night, we get a lot of channel surfers, so I'm glad you're stopping by because this is it. It's the final show. After this show, this offer goes away. This is a one-time, one-day only offer for the year. It will not be back priced like this until 2019. So to show you what the choices are, if you want to try it, we always have a try me size. You can do a 30 count, a 90, a 180, a 360, or a 750. Note, we normally do not carry the 750 size. This is for one day a year. So at midnight, this is gone completely. We will not even offer this size. The 360 is the largest size we carry normally, and the regular HSN price for the 360 is $159. That's why this is exciting today, because you get $750, more than double the 360, and you are getting it at $20 less. On top of that, we're putting it on FlexPay, which means it's around $27 a month, or here we go, $27.98 a month to get it home on FlexPay. If you want the 360 count, you can spend $28.30 a month. So those are your FlexPay. So this is your chance to get it home, try it. When you shop at HSN, you get a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to lose. The greatest part about it, as you listen to Andrew and how incredibly he's passionate, he's informed, he's the real deal. You know, you go buy a vitamin anywhere else, or you hear anybody else talking about a vitamin, I will guarantee you they are not the manufacturer. They are not the person doing the research, manufacturing the product, making sure you're getting the proper amounts of the right ingredients, manufacturing right here in America with solar energy, in recyclable bottles. I mean, every single thing that Andrew Lessman does is done with the highest possible level of integrity, period. I mean, it makes me very proud of you. I love working with Andrew because he is so incredible. You heard what he said. Between shows, he was reading research. He wasn't on the beach. You know, it's Florida.
Well, I did go to the gym.
Oh, I did go to the gym. Of course you did. But the point is, he cares deeply about sharing information with us and getting us the world's finest products. And it's really kind of cool that we get to all learn from the person who is manufacturing. I mean, the buck stops with Andrew. He is the guy who is manufacturing these products, and it gives us all tremendous confidence and peace of mind knowing that you are doing your best for us, you and your team, every single day to deliver the finest products. It's great.
39 years later,
yeah,
this started for me as a labor of love so I could make products for me. And 39 years later, I'm making the same products for me, but a whole bunch of other people outside of me. And what's interesting is, although, and I've said this before, although my products could easily be found in retail stores all over America, I've said no to that because for me, I love the fact that I get to stand up here and I get to explain my products. So I know that anyone getting my products is informed about them, and anyone who doesn't love my products is send it back for a complete refund. This is a very unique shopping experience. And even though it would mean a tremendous difference in the size of my company if I was on store shelves everywhere, it's just not why I started to do what I started to do. I started to do it because I'm proud to talk about how uniquely we go about making our products, because originally I made everything. Every single product I made, if you go back a little over 30 years, it was my hands that was making the product, that were making the product. So now, of course, we have wonderful people who are going about all the very hard work of making these products. But it's sort of a unique story in that the goal here has always been to make exceptional products that deliver exceptional experience to you, to not become the biggest company in the world, but to continue to be the best company in the world. I think we have the largest all-solar powered facility in the world. I think there's no other company close to our size that has no carbon footprint at all. As many bottles of vitamins as you might order, we're giving away 2 bottles of prenatal vitamins to a needy mother somewhere in the world, 1/4 of them right here in America. So as much as I go about making what I think are the best products in the world, and I can objectively explain why, we do other things that hopefully validate that we go about doing our job responsibly.
Yeah, how remarkable is that, guys? Every single time you order a bottle of vitamins from Andrew Lessman, 2 bottles of prenatal vitamins are donated to an expectant mom in need, either here in America or somewhere around the world. And that is just, I mean, your generosity, I mean, think about that. It's like you get to do good for you and for someone else at the exact same time. And it is, can you imagine the lives you have saved? Can you imagine the difference this makes in people's lives all over the world every single day? Healthier moms and healthier babies are happening because you are doing something good for your health. And it's just outstanding.
And 1/4, I've often heard criticism that, oh, it's all going outside to other countries in the world. No, 1/4 right here in America. There are Native American reservations, there are impoverished people in the inner city that just don't have the opportunities for prenatal nutrition. So
look at all the states right here in America.
Yeah, right here in America and all over the world. So we are privileged in this country to focus on our well-being and our health. In other countries, even the mere concept of having a child is a high-risk process. So it's an opportunity that the growth we've had here on television, it's an opportunity that has been afforded me to do this. And Vitamin Angels, that always focused on children's vitamins, we created the entire prenatal program. Howard and I, the founder of Vitamin Angels, so it's exciting.
So great.
Let's talk about Omega-3s. Less about me. Let's talk about Omega-3s. And Omega-3s are something that in these scientific charts, It's just fascinating because we've always talked about the cardiovascular benefits, and certainly it's 2/3 of the way to the brain, but let's read what some of these scientific journals are saying specifically about the role of omega-3s in our brain and neurological function. But chronic ingestion, that means consistent ingestion of Western-style diets, are causally associated with a range of neurodegenerative changes, meaning that the way we eat is not in the best interest of our brain. Changes in cerebral lipid homeostasis, that's the balance of lipids in our brain, are widely reported to be associated with neurodegenerative disorders, and that word means what it says. It's degeneration of nervous tissue, of neurons, and several studies also suggest significant changes in brain lipids with non-pathological aging. So just the general aging process, brain lipids, because of the way we eat and live, brain lipids does not foster positive changes, our brain lipids. Journal of the American College of Nutrition. It has been hypothesized that one of the reasons for the decreased emotional health over the past century may be correlated with a marked decrease in the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. Meaning that we used to be equal omega-3 and omega-6. Now we consume 10, 20, 30 times more omega-6. And again, with 2/3 of the way to the brain being omega-3, consuming so little omega-3 can't help but have an impact on our brain.
Makes sense.
Journal of Clinical Psychiatry. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly those found in fish and seafood, may play an adjunctive role in maintaining emotional balance. Expert review of neurotherapeutics. Epidemiologic and biochemical research provides persuasive evidence for an association between emotional challenges and decreased omega-3 fatty acid intake and status. Omega-3 fatty acids may be involved in the promotion of psychological health. Journal of the American College of Nutrition. Eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid play an important role in the functioning of the central nervous system. And several studies have demonstrated that individuals experiencing negative mood and decreased emotional health have significantly lower dietary intake and serum levels of omega-3 fatty acids. So that's why I tend to say, even if we're worried about lots of issues with fish consumption, it's better than not consuming fish.
Yep.
Journal of the American College of Nutrition, the positive effect of omega-3 fatty acid supplementation on mood and emotional health in elderly patients appears of relevant clinical importance because emotional challenges are common in late life. Moreover, recent observations have shown that omega-3 fatty acids represent a potential tool for promoting positive mood and emotional balance. An inverse correlation between omega-3 fatty acids intake and negative mood has also been reported in various clinical studies, meaning that the less we consume of omega-3s, the more we suffer in terms of emotional balance. From oxidative medicine and cellular longevity, although many other factors may contribute to the rise in depression and for which effective, although not efficient, treatments already exist, and this is not a cure or a treatment, our omega-3s for depression, but dietary recommendations suggesting proper intake of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids and dietary interventions, including omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids supplement, can result in substantial benefits for the general population. American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, if associations with omega-3 content are causal, optimization of omega-3 fatty acid intake could improve retention of cognitive function in old age.
Wow.
And we're all aging. From a medical journal from Taiwan, Neurological Medical Journal, evidence is accumulating to suggest omega-3 fatty acid deficiency, which is the American diet, contributes to accelerated cognitive decline. Recent studies have associated deficits in DHA abundance, that's the key omega-3 fatty acid that we focus on, with cognitive decline during aging. Overall cognitive performance and psychomotor speed were positively correlated with DHA EPA status. And I go through these charts just to give you a sense of the overwhelming quantity of research pointing to the fact that omega-3 intake in our diet or by supplementation is a critical part of giving your brain structurally and functionally what it requires. Brain and retina DHA decrease resulting from nutritional deficiency or aging are associated with reduced cognitive ability, increased emotional behavior, and decreased vision. A Journal of the American Heart Association, they've been telling us for decades how critical omega-3 fatty acids are for heart health. Now, our results support the beneficial effects of fish consumption, the major source of long-chain omega-3 polyunsaturated fats, on brain health in later life.
Wow.
In this study among older men and women, plasma phospholipid long-chain omega-3 polyunsaturated fats, and in particular DHA, what we focus on, were associated with specific findings consistent with better brain health. I'll do just one more.
Isn't that just great?
A recent prospective study, the Singapore Longitudinal Aging Study, showed that daily omega-3 fatty acid supplements were associated with lower risk of cognitive decline in a cohort of Chinese adults aged over 55 years. So,
I mean, you know, the information is there, and the fact that you have a chance right now to at least get this home and try it for yourself. I'm going to find out from Stephen, because that little clicker at over 58,000, I want to know how many of these are left, because we have a total with everybody ordering of about 8,000 bottles. I know that sounds like a lot, but it probably, I don't know if it's going to last our show unless Andrew can get more. We probably would be sold out of many of these sizes already. So if you have not ordered it yet, I need to remind everybody, this will not be here tomorrow, or the next day, or 6 months from now, or 9 months from now. This is today at this price. It's one time, it's one shot. And you're hearing, these are from sophisticated medical journals, over 15,000 different reports talking about the importance of supplementing omega-3. Why? Because we're not getting it in our diet. Our body doesn't make it. So the bottom line is, why not get the world's finest? Because I always get frustrated when Andrew starts talking about how he decides to formulate these products, and then you look at what's out there in the real world, and they're not. For example, DHA is the most important of the omega-3s to have in this product, and yet the other manufacturers don't even focus on that. And it's frustrating, because then you're not going to get the maximum benefits. And a lot of people, if you weren't educating us, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people are buying their omega-3 thinking that they're doing good for their brain and their eyes and their heart, and not really getting the maximum benefits because they're not taking the right omega-3 product. The
typical product will be about 360 milligrams of, say if it's 1,200 milligrams at 30%, it'll be about 360 milligrams of omega-3. Of that 360, about 40% of that 360 will be DHA. So 40% of 360 is about 144 milligrams. So roughly 100 to 150 milligrams will be DHA. And again, it's better than nothing. I'm not saying don't get those products, because most people watching are not going to get mine. So, which it'd be great if you did, but if you're not getting mine, even one of those products that is not properly balanced, that's principally EPA versus DHA, that's not a natural triglyceride, that's an ethyl ester that liberates trace amounts of ethanol, that might even have contaminants in it, it's better than nothing. That's how urgent an issue our diet poses to our brain, to our eyes, to our cardiovascular health, because omega-3s that used to be a standard and abundant part of our diet has become an afterthought. There are many of us who consume diets that virtually contain little to no omega-3s at all. We're not eating fish. We're not eating things like flaxseed or walnuts that might be a vegetable source of omega-3s, which isn't the best source, but still, it's a source. And unfortunately, the way we eat today, most Americans get very little. In fact, there's a chart I have here. One says 80%, one says 90%, another says 95% of Americans eat a diet that's horribly deficient or insufficient in terms of omega-3s.
And if you have a minute, go to hsn.com and read the reviews, because people take the time. There are thousands of people who have taken the time to go to hsn.com and share their success stories. There are over 3,100 reviews. Of that 3,100, 3,000 of those are excellent. There's 2,700 perfect 5-star reviews. There's another almost 300 4-star reviews. We're looking at close to 3,000 out of 3,100 reviews are excellent reviews, and that says a lot about a fish oil product, because you know, you figure 3 is good, 3 is average, you know, 2 is below average, 3 is good.
I was misquoting the reviews. I had no idea.
Yeah, look at that.
So of the 3,100 reviews, over 2,700 are 5-star reviews.
Right.
So almost 90% are 5-star reviews.
Exactly.
You add in the 4-star reviews, and you're over 95%. And what's amazing, out of 3,126 reviews,
right,
there isn't a single 1-star review.
Nothing.
And out of 3,126, there's only 61 2-star reviews.
Right.
And some of those were delivered late or things like that.
Exactly.
So literally, it's. And I agree, it's good to read the reviews because I'm biased, but I make the product to be perfect. So if it seems like I'm describing a perfect product, it's because I try to create a perfect product. I try to create a product that will not have stomach upset, that will be gentle on your stomach, easy to swallow, a small capsule, the proper natural form. That's what we've achieved here. So the reviews speak volumes, and it's objectively. These are not my family members giving those 3,126 reviews.
Okay, Stephen is telling me, I don't know if you can get more of these big bottles or not.
I will check. I didn't think we were going to be in danger, but we're...
Because these two right here, the 360, if we don't get more, we're down in the hundreds here. Just to give everybody a heads up. 360s down to the final few hundred. If you are trying to make your decision on this, ladies and gentlemen out there, I would encourage you to order yours today. It's fun to hear all the great health benefits. It's exciting to know that there are thousands of people just like us who are getting these great, great, great results, who are so just grateful. I think that's it. I think that's the word. I'm so grateful that I get to work with Andrew, that I've learned so much. I've been working with Andrew for 22 years. He's been coming to HSN. And I think we've all together learned a lot. We've learned a lot about our health. We've learned a lot about supplementation, what we want, what we don't want, where we focus. We all are different. We all have different needs. But when it comes to omega-3, this is something that every single American should consider. And the reason is because we are not getting this in our American diet. And the fact of the matter is, it's so essential for brain health, for heart health, for the health of your eyes. And it's hard to turn your back on that. Once you are, once you're informed, once you're educated with this information, it's really hard to walk away from it. And especially when it's 19 cents a day per capsule. 19 cents a day if you're ordering the largest one. I mean, that's a teeny weeny amount to invest in your good health. So whether you decide to go with a try me size, which is a 30 to get it home and see what it's all about, or introduce someone special to it in your life, or if you want to go for the Big Daddy, again, this one we're down into the hundreds. This one has been the runaway hit today. Look at that. We're going to hit the 60,000 mark coming up on this remarkable product, this exciting today's special. And all you have to do is log on to hsn.com. Call our toll-free number. You can shop by remote. If you've downloaded the HSN app on your phone, it's a snap. It takes a minute, and you can shop right from your phone. Just hit buy now. So it's very easy. You just pick the size you want. Go for the flex pay, of course, because we divide whatever the price is into equal affordable monthly installments. Easy for me to say. You get free shipping and handling on everything. And most importantly, you get a money-back guarantee. Nobody returns this. I'll just tell you, people absolutely love this product. This is the lowest return rate product line of anything we sell. So we are confident that you are going to be satisfied and excited like the rest of us are, that there's a product like this available to us. And yes, it's an investment, but it's an investment in your health. And I don't know about you, but for 20 cents a day, when I think about all the stuff we spend our money on, I mean, it's, to me, when you weigh it, it's so worthwhile for the wonderful benefits, the health benefits that are right there in that little golden capsule.
And you could take one capsule per day, and that's giving you the 500 milligrams that most medical organizations or experts recommend. 2 capsules. Most folks who might have, say, cardiovascular or issues, say, with their eyes or neurological issues, their doctors, their neurologists might recommend 1,000 milligrams per day. That's 2 capsules. So 1 capsule a day will last you 2 years, that large bottle. 2 capsules will last you 1 year and take you to our next Today Special. So you'll only buy this at the maximum savings. And that's the best way to get all my products. That's what I try to do, is schedule things regularly so everyone is getting them when we can make them most efficiently. Because when we make them most efficiently, it's like anything. It costs us less to make them when we could produce them as we do for Today's Special. But I was just going to read some reviews.
Great.
We have a stack of about 1,000 reviews. I just dug into the middle of it, so I grabbed some random reviews here.
Great.
No-brainer, good sense product. Well-documented research on omega-3 is reason enough to take this product. Coming from the Pacific Northwest, I had access to to a lot of salmon and ate it 3 times a week. It's not as fresh in Texas, so I eat less than I would like. This bolsters my nutrition and ensures my continued excellent health. Supplementing my good eating habits with this just makes sense. And over-the-counter products just don't stack up to this.
Very nice review.
The best. We were almost out of Omega-3, and we were so happy that Andrew was on again in July. We take it as part of our Andrew Lessman daily regimen, and wouldn't be without them. Knowing we have the best Omega-3 out there with no stomach upset gives us a certainty that we are doing the best we can for our health. Thank you, Andrew.
Very nice.
Great product. I was so impressed when reading about Andrew's Maximum Essential Omega-3 fish oil capsules, as through research, I had found that they are in a form that is most easily utilized by the body, the triglyceride form. I want the best nutrition for my body, and this product is up there with the best.
Excellent.
Love, love, love. Not fishy at all. My husband and I have taken these for several years and are very pleased. We trust the quality of Andrew's products and know what is in them. Trust is huge and needs to be earned, and Andrew has ours forever. It's very nice.
It's true.
On every product we purchase and take, we know we are getting what we are supposed to. Thanks, Andrew, for the products, quality, and honesty.
What a nice review.
Yep. No fishy taste.
Whoa.
I was a little skeptical to purchase this at first. I've heard so many people complain about trying fish oil pills that claim to not have a fishy taste, and then they are disappointed when the product tastes like fish. Do not hesitate to buy this. It really has no fishy odor or taste. Really. I've taken them every day for the past 2 months and have had no issues with them. They are easy to swallow too. I have to tell you that since I've started to take them, I've felt so much better. I've had problems with my body and joints, and since I've started taking these capsules, have seen a noticeable difference.
You hear a lot about joint. People bring up joints often in these reviews.
We have, and I think I could go to the chart. We did a little word search on our charts here, and just sort of the words of praise, you know, as far as the product being the best, a miracle, a godsend. Those are words that are commonly used in the reviews. The most common commentary on the product, I think, is because people are surprised, relates to no fishy aftertaste. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds, if not more than 1,000 people saying comments about no fishy aftertaste or no stomach upset or no repeat or no nausea, that I think we've grown sick and tired of omega-3s that just make us sick. So I think that's why those reviews are the most common review, because we review something when we're, I think, surprised. And most of the time we review things that disturb us, that are a negative experience. And
True.
I think we tend to review positive things when they perform so beyond our expectations. And that's why I think when you look at my products, I think we have over 70,000 reviews now. And the average review is about 4.6 or 4.7 stars. And I think people are just surprised to get a vitamin supplement that actually does what it says and doesn't make you miserable in doing it.
Yeah, that's why we get reviews like this. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So I'll read a couple more before we run along. Best of the best. I love Andrew's Maximum Essential Omega-3 capsules. There's no aftertaste, state-of-the-art ingredients, truly. And by state-of-the-art, it's funny, it's not science. It's that we're more faithful to nature.
Right.
That's what state-of-the-art means here.
Sure.
Thank you, Andrew and HSN, for having exceptional products.
Wonderful.
Awesome product. I absolutely love Andrew's vitamins. I use many of them on a daily basis, and this product is very essential for me to take per my nutritionist. I just love the fact that all his products have no fillers, we don't put additives in, and that this product is, in particular, leaves no aftertaste whatsoever, like most other products on the market. I also like the fact that he visits HSN throughout the year, which really helps with the lowering his prices on his vitamins. Our scheduled today specials. Way to go, Andrew. Please do not stop making this product as well as the others. Thank you.
Excellent.
My family's cholesterol level is in check.
I mean, these are really comprehensive reviews.
People are sharing their experience, and I think we should be grateful and respect that, because I'm happy that I'm not the only voice talking about this product.
Exactly.
I love the fact
I do too.
that others. I've been purchasing this product from Andrew for years for my family. We love the fact that we don't repeat that fishy aftertaste, but most of all, we love our recent lab results, which we took to our doctor. I mainly bought this for my 79 years young mother, who has several medical conditions, including heart, high blood pressure, and osteoporosis. Actually, omega-3s are critical for bone health as well. I owe our lab results to constantly taking Andrew's vitamins, which in my opinion are the best manufactured, highest quality vitamins with no additives of any kind. Thanks, Andrew, for keeping my family healthy, especially my mom. From Antonio in Florida. You are welcome,
nice.
Antonio.
Very nice review.
One more. Twice a day, every day. This product is the best fish oil and omega-3 that I have ever taken. There is not any aftertaste, and so I am able to take it in the morning and at night. People can take this on an empty stomach, no problem.
There you go. All right, I know that we have a clock up here, so we're gonna be, it's clicking down. I've been updated on quantities just to let all of you know that every single size now is down into the hundreds, except that we have a few extra of the largest one. But every size from the 360 to the 180 to the 90 to the 30 count, we are down to the final few hundred. So if you are just stopping in, I know it's Sunday night, you might be channel surfing around, you maybe were out and about today if you're just seeing this for the first time, or if you just haven't ordered it yet. Sometimes I do that on Sunday. I work with Andrew at midnight, and then I have to remind myself to remember to go to the computer and get my order in. So if you're the same, you haven't placed that order yet, do it now while you're thinking about it, because after tonight, tomorrow, if you say, oh, that's right, I have to go order my omega-3s, this price goes up. You're gonna be, you'd have to spend $190 more on this big size. You'd have to spend $75 more on the 360 size. I mean, all of these, $40
and the
off.
$750 won't be there. So the only way you get say 720 is you'll be ordering two 360s.
Good point.
But also, not to worry. I mean, this pricing and configuration goes away at midnight. But we're going to have enough. We're doing an abbreviated airing. We're going to move on in a moment. We're going to do an abbreviated airing at the end of the next hour, and then the Today Special goes away. But given the limited time that's left, I'm confident we're going to have enough. So don't worry. You can do some research online. You'll have plenty of time to get it over the next hour or two.
Yay, I love that.
Yep.
I know Andrew worked so hard to make sure that our Today's Special, it's supposed to last a day. That's the goal, is to have a 24-hour special. So you work very hard to balance, because seriously, these are ingredients that, it's not as though you're buying a product that's been sitting around on a shelf for 6 months or 6 years. I mean, these are fresh.
No.
This is fresh off the presses here.
This product didn't exist. Probably, if you look back 30 days or so ago, this product didn't exist. This was all freshly made. In fact, someone from my quality department shared with me the assays on this product, and the assay on this product typically would come out 500 milligrams. We'd be around 530 to 550 total omega-3s, because we like to give ourselves a little cushion. This turned out to be over 600 milligrams. So the batch we have for this Today Special is in a particularly rich batch of omega-3s in terms of content. So we make everything. That's why we have the savings. It is made specifically for the Today Special, and that's where the savings originate. The volume that you see, the counter on the screen, is consistent with a very efficient production volume.
Okay,
so.
And speaking of Today's Special, we have another one. We have two Today's Specials today. So we're going to talk next about vitamin K2 MK7, which actually has not ever been a Today's